drinking tea with lemon, taking antibiotics just in case, and 6 more mistakes that slow down recovery from ARVI. There is a popular saying, if you treat a cold, it will go away in 7 days, and if you don't treat it, in a week. But in reality, ignoring the illness or treating it incorrectly can lead to prolonged ARVI or complications. You take fever reducers at 37.1 degrees Celsius or, on the contrary, don't lower a high fever. A temperature rise up to 38 to 38.5 degrees Celsius during ARVI is a protective mechanism. In such conditions, viruses multiply more slowly and the immune system fights infection more actively. Lowering a temperature below 38 degrees Celsius is usually unnecessary. Exceptions include people with chronic conditions where even a slight fever is dangerous, for example, seizure disorders or heart diseases. You should also pay attention to how you feel. If you have severe chills, weakness, rapid heartbeat, strong nasal congestion, or tearing, you may take fever reducers even at a lower temperature. Suitable options include medications based on ibuprofen or paracetamol. They often contain vitamin C, caffeine, and antihistamines such as chlorphenamine, which helps reduce swelling and relieve symptoms, nasal congestion, sneezing, and tearing. To avoid overdoses, always follow the instructions when using combined medications. If the temperature rises above 38.5 to 39 degrees Celsius, fever reducers are absolutely necessary. At such high levels, the body struggles with overheating, and dehydration or heart and brain dysfunction may occur. High fever. You also shouldn't treat a sore throat with hot tea containing lemon or ginger. These products irritate the inflamed mucosa, increasing burning and pain. The high temperature of the drink also harms the throat, worsening inflammation. If your throat doesn't hurt, you may eat oranges or tangerines as a source of vitamin C, but not in excessive amounts. You overuse nasal decongestant sprays or take cough suppressants without a doctor's advice. Decongestant drops reduce swelling in the nasal mucosa and make breathing easier, but using them for more than 3 to 5 days causes a rebound effect. The mucosa dries out and becomes even more swollen, leading to medication-induced rhinitis. This results in prolonged congestion, poor sleep, and headaches. Cough suppressants must never be taken without medical supervision. They block the cough center in the brain and are useful only for dry, painful cough that interferes with sleep. But if the cough is productive with phlegm, it must not be suppressed. Otherwise, the mucus stagnates in the bronchi, potentially causing bronchitis or pneumonia. You stay in bed all day. Bed rest is important at the early stage of ARVI, especially with fever, weakness, and chills. It allows the body to save energy for fighting the infection. But lying in bed for more than 3 to 4 days can lead to stagnant mucus in the bronchi, muscle weakness, poor circulation, and worsened intoxication. If you don't have a high fever, light activity is necessary, at least walking around the home and doing breathing exercises. You stop eating or eat only sweets, pastries, and fast food. If you refuse to eat during ARVI or rely only on sweets and fast food, the immune system works worse. It lacks the building material needed for antibodies and tissue repair. Too much sugar causes blood sugar spikes and weakness. Fast food and greasy meals overload digestion, worsening your condition and distracting the body from fighting the virus. Diet during ARVI should be lighter and more nutritious. It's better to eat small portions frequently. This reduces stress on the body.